That's not good. As you can see, it started drizzling a bit. I planned this for weeks. This is pretty massive. Can't hear anything. The stars have aligned. Today is a very exciting video, a very exciting day. We are gonna make some improvements to the van. Upgrade. Now, if you're new to the channel, I've had this built for a while. I've always tinkered with it, 9 to 10 years. From the beginning, I've installed this max air vent, which has been pretty good, but lately, it's been acting up a bit. I'm not sure if it's the sensor, maybe it's some wiring that I'll have to look behind. And strangely enough, I had a company reach out to me to send me an AC and test it out. What we need to be doing today is take out this unit, put on the AC unit, and hope that the installation goes well. It should be, why wouldn't it? Test out how much power it draws. Check out the all new exciting features that this has. At the end, we're gonna test out how quiet it is stealth camping at night. Stick around for that. I planned this for weeks. That's not good. Now, the company that reached out to me is called OutEquipPro. The unit is the OutEquipPro Summit 2 12 volt with heating. I know that's a mouthful, but it's exciting to have that in here. So it's not 120, it's 12 volt. So he's got all the bells and whistles and the options. But we'll go through those later on. Now, let's rewind that back because there's a lot more things that need to be happening to be able to get this installation done. Because this is a camper van conversion already. It's in place. I'm gonna need to take off a few things like the paneling here, just to be able to take out the old wiring and then run the new wires to the power system. On the roof, I have the roof boxes. I'm also gonna need to shift the rails a little forward and then move the boxes a little wider. So that's gonna be a process in itself as well. And whatever else comes along, we should be a day's worth of work, maybe less. Come along for the ride. Let's see how this is gonna work and install, and hopefully it's gonna be an amazing upgrade. Like I was saying before, these boxes, they need to move sideways because the AC is gonna be a lot wider than my vent, which is fine. And then also the rails have to come forward a bit because the front of the AC is a lot longer than the vent. So there's a lot to do. In order for me to be able to move these boxes, slide them sideways a bit, I am gonna have to remove a lot of this stuff because the bolts are on the bottom. So that might be one of the first things that I need to do. And I need to take off all of the stuff on the roof, which is needed to be done anyway, except the solar panels, of course. So I'll get to it. So you know, now I have this flange here where I get my solar in. It's probably the first problem that I can see. I can already think about a solution if that comes to be a problem to get in the way. This thing right here. All right, this is the moment of truth. That's why we're all here. let's open the package. This is pretty massive. Got the hardware. I have successfully, with the help of my friend Tom, we were able to move these racks forward. One, so it makes it easier for me to get to the edges of the fan so I can rip those off. By my calculations, I'm going to be able to fit the AC perfectly here, and then I'm going to be able to still make a roof deck in the back here. Additionally, he suggested that I take a piece of wood, one of these plywoods, so when I step on the roof here, I don't bend the middle of the roof as much, so it helps us stay the same shape because it mitigates the pressure that I put on it. Now the vent, from what I remember, it actually has these 4 bolts that keep it attached to a frame that's in there, so I'm gonna take these off and hopefully the vent comes right out. What I did here, I disconnected the fuse from the fuse box so I can actually take the wire back from the hole that was meant to be in if I were to make a hole in the roof of the van. But this way, I just want to bring the wire inside. And to be able to bring it back from that hole, I had to take off the distribution box. Now that I have the fuse reconnected, these are the little blocks that the AC unit comes with, and they're recommended because the back of the AC unit is going to sit to get supported on the back of it. Let me go up there really quick.
You want to skate it here first and photo it? Or no?
Photo it?
You want to photo it here or no?
Oh, no.
Hold on.
It's going to be really tight.
Cable is sticking out of the back here a little bit.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, you can drop it.
Is it in?
I hope so. It seems like it's in. As you can see, the fridge is not running right now. I have nothing plugged in, and I'm gonna kill my solar. So let's do -4, and it's not on eco, it's at 78. It's pretty cold air coming out, and I don't get that because it should take more power. Let's increase the fan speed. Starting to take a little bit more. There it goes. As you can see on the remote next to the fan there's an A, so I'm guessing that's automatic. So the fan is an automatic. Now let's turn on the solars and see how that does. Okay, solars are getting back on. It's gonna take a second. And now we're getting in 180 watts. The fridge is still not running. Nothing else except the AC is running. 184. So I have seen it draw more power. I'm gonna wait to see if anything changes. I'm just freezing right now in here, and just for testing it and the heck of it and see. But right now with the AC running, I'm pulling in a ton of power, which is fantastic. So I'm sure it has cycles and stuff like that. That's why I'm testing this out. As soon as I see a jump, like to minus, we'll get back and talk to you. Okay, so we're at 212 watts coming in with the AC running at 78 on a low vent. Now let's see if we can get to get colder. We can get it to get colder and see if that pulls more. 63, and see if that changes anything. Oh, I hear it. I hear the fan on the top running. It dropped down to 67. With the solars running, I'm gonna turn the solars back off in just a second, so we can kind of see. Either way, I'm still getting around 50 watts in. Turning the solars off. There we have it. 14 amps, 185 watts on a 12 volt. With the battery bank that I have, you're gonna see the time remaining go down and kind of estimate how much I can run this AC for. I would say it's probably a day. I have 400 amps of lithium power. And this is really, really cold. It gets really chilly. All right, and now we're gonna test with the fan all the way up. So you see the draw? Quite a bit. And that is crazy cold. Very cold. And then we're gonna try the turbo mode and see what that does. Now run turbo. Fridge is still not running. It's actually going down. It's getting really cold in here. I'm trying to test it and show you guys. It's freaking amazing. These 4 vents are pretty awesome because I can really turn them anywhere I want to, so it could really cool the whole van, no problem. It's really cold. I can't. Yeah, I'm very happy. And if I turn the fan to low now, it's super quiet. And mind you that this is at 63 degrees Fahrenheit right now. That's what the setting is. I would never set it to that. I would probably just leave it at like 78, 75. Most likely 75 when it's really hot outside. Just so it keeps on going and keeps up. Who knows? It's all to be tested. So now it's pulling 194 watts. Nothing else is working. And I'm gonna turn on the solars again. I have 300 watts of solars and I'm not sitting directly in the sun. Let's see when they come on how this changes. And then let's go back to, let's say, 75. minus 48, minus 50. So what I'm seeing, my guess is when that vent on the outside starts going, that's when it takes a lot more power. But sometimes the vent doesn't run, so it depends on the cycles that it has. It's not always the same number, but right now it's only taking around 50 to 60 watts with the solar that I have coming in, which is what I would be doing anyway when I'm running it during the day. That's when it's hot. And so it's, you know, it's around 4 amps, and it goes, you know, it does its thing, so it goes up and down. But it's showing me 2 days I could run this AC. Obviously not realistic, but that's what it's showing me right now, which is, I'm good with that. Moment of truth. This AC has been running on eco pretty low, and it's keeping the van at like 79 for about 4 hours and 20 minutes. And the front of the van where the solars are have been getting some solar in. So are you ready for this test? Am I ready for this test? Where are we at with the battery bank? It was at 91 when I parked. Very impressive, very impressive. That's it for this test. So the profile is a little bit around 6 inches, a little bit higher than 6 inches, I want to say. So like it looks pretty low to the roof, which is great. It fit really well, and I like the design. It's not that big. It's a bit bigger than my vent, but it's not that much bigger, which is great. It's a little bit heavier, but again, it's an AC. They actually won an award, the 2026 Muse Award, for the design because of how slim it is. So that's pretty cool. Hi. All right, now that I'm stealth camping in the city, I'm gonna run the AC in eco mode on the lowest fan speed and see how loud it is at night when it's less noise on the streets, when I would be running it if it was super hot. We have it. You can't see it here, but you can see it here. Eco mode, lowest fan speed, cold air coming out. I am going to measure the decibels to see how loud it is from outside. I'm gonna go up to 10 feet. You cannot hear anything, that thing's running. I'm gonna wait until the cars pass by. Can't hear anything. I'm very happy with this AC. It's good. Well, this concludes this video. Thanks so much again to OutEquipPro for sending this to me to test out and show to you guys how good it actually is. It's a great upgrade for me. I can't wait until I get into the 90s and see how it performs. You'll definitely see it in future videos. So like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, do all the good things that you like to do down below. There's also gonna be a link in the description so you can click and get your own if you like, and it'll support the channel a little bit. So thank you for that. I need to go to sleep. It's 9:20, 9:30. I'll see you guys in the next one.